Hi, everyone. I'm Kevin Nelson, joined with the head coach of the Linfield Wildcats, Joseph Smith. And, Coach, congratulations first off a first-round victory in Abilene, Texas over Hardin-Simmons 24-10. Your team got down early, hard-fought battle, and really dominated in the second half. What are your thoughts?
Well, a lot of thoughts, but I just so proud of our guys. The ability to win on the road in the playoffs has been quite challenging for us, and I think for anybody. But we really hadn't even had one until 2014, and I think maybe back in the '60s we won on the road somewhere as a visiting team. So to get a road win in the playoffs had been a real thorn in our side as a program. I got tired of answering questions about that, and then we kind of broke through in 2014. Now it seems to be routine. So I love that, and I love going on the road and winning. Certainly would have rather played at home, but very proud of our guys and the way they played. I thought really the game could have been much greater in our favor. We did not score like we'll need to in the red zone. Our red zone efficiency was not great. We had 550 yards of offense, so I thought our offense played exceptional. We just needed to convert into more points is really what kept the game close.
Your defense, let's talk about them. They held Hardin-Simmons to just 80 yards in the second half, negative rushing yards, I believe, and 5 sacks. You could go on and on about how well they played.
You could, and probably should. That was a very fine offense that they defended very well. And our defensive coaches, they're good. We've got a great staff there, and I thought they put together a tremendous package to try to take away what they did best and force them to do some things that they didn't do as well. And our defensive backs just made tremendous plays on the football. The game got rough. The officials let the game become maybe a little bit favored towards the defensive backs in terms of there was no such thing as pass interference that day. So that game got a little bit rough, and that helped. I thought we made some tremendous stops on balls in the air and got some pass rush that we needed. So I was really pleased with how we played.
Switching sides of the ball now, Sam Riddle dazzled again in another playoff performance. He had a touchdown, over 350 yards. He found Reed Peterson 11 times for over 200 yards, and they were in the press conference with you after the game. But those two combined have really teamed up for some serious damage.
They really have. I enjoy listening to Reed talk in those conferences. He won't say much, but he plays so loudly and just can't say enough good things about the way Reed's playing. He has a different skill set that's unique, and he just does. It's hard to even put into words, but he's a very fine player. We certainly knew going in that maybe there's a chance he was going to have a big day just with the way that they played, and certainly I was calling plays for him, and Sam was finding him, but all of our receivers did so well. Some of those plays that Eric Douglas made when the game was tight and we had to get it out of our end zone, we got backed up inside the 5, I think 3 different times. Yeah. It's a terrible way to start a drive, and it was great for Doug because he should have really tackled a guy on a punt it would have been getting the ball at the 50. Instead, that ball rolls down to the 1, and then he made a 50-yard pass. So that was a joke with us about he did that on purpose. But Sam played great. Receivers, I thought, had a tremendous day, and it was a good day for our offense.
Let's talk about Sam. He's up for the Gagliardi Award now as one of the 10 semifinalists for the prestigious award as the best player in Division III college football.
Yeah, I really do believe last year Alex Hoff was the finest defensive player I've probably ever seen play at Division III. That's pretty high praise. We've had some great ones. But it's hard for me to think of a person this year that's having a better season than Sam. I know maybe statistically there are some, but in the limited duty that, in the regular season he probably only played in 75% of the allotted time, if that, maybe in the 60s. And to put up the numbers he has done over his career is quite commendable, and to juggle all the things that he's done. We know his story is pretty amazing. So I think he's an awesome representation, almost the quintessential of a Division III athlete, good student, great man of character, great player. He's can't say enough good things about Sam Riddle.
You addressed it in the post-game conference a little bit. Willie Warren and the decision to go for another field goal after he'd already missed 3, but you kicked that last one, and he made it to help extend the lead to a 2-score lead late in the game.
He did. He's a good kicker. He was having a bad day, and I don't know why. It's something we'll look into, but I really didn't think he'd miss it. I was surprised he missed the other. So we had all the faith that we needed in him, and he made it.
all the preparation that goes into that first round game for Hardin-Simmons. To just get out of the first round, it seems like a lot of extra stuff going into that because you're expecting to be at home. Now you go play Mary Hardin-Baylor again. They're the number 1 team in the country. You played them in September, went down there, and things didn't go your way. What changes this time as far as preparation on really a short week with leaving on Thanksgiving this Thursday?
Right. Playing on Thanksgiving's hard. Whether you're home or away, it's a shortened week. You typically try to give the kids a break, even if you're at home. Going on the road, of course, you can't. So it's a little bit different. You lose, as we mentioned, you lose most of Thursday, not only just with your team, but as a coach. You have to prepare everything earlier. It is quite challenging, the time that's just lost. But we do have a blueprint. We just were down there, so we were able to take a lot of our trip from the week prior and just transfer it from a logistical standpoint. So I like that. The hardest thing about the trip this week is just who we're playing. They're good, so doesn't matter if you're at home or away or any week. They're a great team. They're number 1 in the country for a reason. I've been voting them that way all season, and they're the real deal. They're good at every position. Doesn't matter what position it is. Their backups are good. Their third string guys are good. So coaches are great. They're the real deal. So it's going to be a great challenge for us, and we're super excited.
Cats take on the Crew again. It's the rematch, and it's in the playoffs for the second round this Saturday at noon Texas time. We'll see it at the big stadium there, the Crew Cathedral, Coach. Thanks for the time.
Thanks.